Hi everybody, it's Martin at Flicking Feathers again today, and I'm tying a nymph that you might not be that familiar with. This is a Jiri Klima micro nymph. The version I'm tying is JC08, which is Jungle Coq pattern 8, and it's really effective. It's a sort of for grayling and trout, rivers and still waters. Incidentally, this is a very effective pattern. So, crush the barb, get the hooking device. The hook I'm using is a Jiri Klima product, JC112. It's a size 12. These come, I think, from 10s to 14s. So even though they're called micro nymphs, they're not actually super tiny. But it's just a hook with a lead drop cast on it. And this one's been painted to sort of represent Jungle Coq, which is the JC. This pattern you can also tie in like a gold 8 or a silver 8. So, starting my thread behind the weight, and I'm going to run it down until sort of coming just to like the start of the bend. I'm going to tie in my tail. I'm using Coq de Leon fibres, but any, and this is a light Pardo, any light coloured kind of speckly fibre will be fine. Grizzly or even badger. So tail length, I want my tail about the length of the abdomen behind the weight there. So we'll catch that in with a turn. And then I'll grab some fine silver tinsel. I'll tie that in as well, and I'll just take everything forward, tidy up as you go. At this stage I'm going to take some dubbing. I don't think it's that important what dubbing you use. I'm using shrimp pink scud dubbing, south scud. Any sort of short fibred dubbing will do. I like the south scud, but it's got a kind of wee subtle sparkle in it. I'm going to just work my thread back to the tail, and I'll get my dubbing started. Build up a wee taper because you're going to have to run up onto this, up to this weight. Just take back my excess, we'll leave it on just now. And then I'll take my rib forward, even turns. Tie it off, fold it back for security. Then we're ready to tie in the thorax cover. I'm just using natural pheasant tail fibres, or you can use a synthetic material. And some of the patterns Jiri Klima uses like an antron yarn or some kind of yarn. So I'll take my pheasant tail, tie it in with the tips pointing forward, you know, sort of in the mid-heavy end area, so that I've got a decent thorax cover to go over this teardrop of lead. Trim that off, then I'll just tighten up this excess dubbing. and build that up and nicely, take away any extra. And that's the rear half done, so I'm going to just very quickly throw a quick finish over there and pull back. And just don't worry if you break your thread because it's broken off outside the knot. It almost always breaks off outside the knot, so you're fine. It's just because it slides back, it sort of sometimes cuts itself, but the fly won't come apart. So moving to the front, I'm going to start some dark brown thread. You could use a hot spot colour here, but I don't feel you really need it with this pattern. The wee sort of eye detail does that for you. So I'll invert my hook, and then I'm just going to grab some, again, some kind of speckled feather fibre. This is just from a Brahma hen dyed sort of a brown that kind of matches the pheasant tail and the Coq de Leon. And I've got, I don't know, 10 fibres. You don't need to count them, but you don't want millions. Just tie that in as a beard, just pinch and loop it. And the lead drop will help sort of stand it out and give you the impression of legs. Works quite nicely. Tighten that up. Slide your scissors in and trim away the waist. And then the last thing is just to bring this pheasant tail forward, and I like to sort of use my thumb to spread it so I've got a decent coverage across, and tie it in and wind back towards the lead. That will sort of secure it and make sure it's nice and tight. Trim off, build up a neat wee head. And you can just come in and whip finish. Trim away any fibres that seem a wee bit long, you can just take them away, or you can leave them, up to you. And that's it. The last thing to do is just get your cement over the head. I like to go right over the back and let it come round the sides there of this weighted drop, and that just protects your pheasant tail and all your thread wraps. And there you have it. That's the Jiri Klima Micro Nymph in JC08. I might do a video later of some of the other patterns, but this is a really effective one for trout and grayling, and it works very well in still waters as well. It's not just a river pattern. So I hope that was useful. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Tight lines, guys. Bye.